Welcome to Snowmobiler Television. On today's episode, our test riders try out some 2015 trail sleds for some first impression riding. We go to the Elka factory to learn more about suspensions, and Kane's Quest runs into some controversy at the town of Cartwright.
STV is sponsored by Yamaha, revs your heart. Kimpex, fueled by fun. And by Skidoo, never stop pushing.
It's a really cold, crisp day, and the trails have set up really well. Our test crew today is going to be out on trail sleds, doing a little break into the corners, a little gas out, and testing some trail riding sleds here in West Yellowstone.
Arctic Cat ZRRR, it's a serious bump crashing machine. It's 600 two-tech engine, very good. Excellent on fuel, lots of power, very pipey, very on the pipe all the time. Your power's always right there. The RR suspension, Fox Float Evolve shocks in the front, fully adjustable, can take anything. You can pound this thing through the huge bumps. I was hitting some huge cratered out drifts at the side of the trail today and on camera, and I felt total control. Anyway, skis are awesome, perfect turning, handles the corners well. Windshield very low, a little cool to ride. Seating position, ergonomics, very good. It's not your average sled for long tour, but it's very fun sled to run weekends. Fantastic.
We're riding the 2015 Skidoo MX ZX 600 E-Tech today. Big news for 2015 on this sled, and the only real change is the RAS2 front suspension. We took it through actually quite a wide range of trails and different conditions, different size bumps. And you know, the X package is good up to about 2 foot size bumps, riding aggressively and mostly in the seated position. When you're going through the corners, on a busy trail or on a Sunday, you get those 1 foot stutter bumps. Well, those are bigger than a stutter bump, and where the previous front end would kind of bounce around on you, and you could, with that arm motion, it was fairly smooth. You could actually overdrive that front end a bit. This new RAS2 suspension tracks a lot straighter. There's very little negative feedback coming through the handlebars. Any twitchiness has gone out of the bars as that's going through the stroke. It's not trying to twitch and change your direction on you. So it's it toes out a little bit now. Geometry's all changed, and it works really well. So overall, this is a much better match to the R Motion. I don't know if it's a total match. We'll have to get it out this season and put some real miles on it in all different kind of conditions and see what we think at the end of the year.
'15 Yamaha SR Viper 129-inch track. Yamaha 3-cylinder Genesis motor. So for 2015, no real changes by Yamaha, just a bit of fine-tuning on the with the motor and the fuel injection system, tuner skis up front, and really that's it. Bold new graphics, no real changes. We had the sled out today on the in the deep snow across the lake. It pulls like 65 miles an hour, so a little disappointing that way. Personally for me, the 600s were running in the mid-70s, so it was down about 10 miles an hour. But the sled, if you want a real planted sled on the trail, doesn't do anything strange now with the tuner skis. It's when you point it pretty well goes where you want it to go. This is the sled for you. The only thing I would really advise getting is it comes with a small kind of bikini style windshield. On today when it's in the minus 15, minus 20 Celsius temperatures, you really need a decent windshield. So if you're buying one from Yamaha, make sure you upgrade to that. That said, the hand warmers did work really well, so I was happy with that. Braking is great, seating is great. The ergonomics are all Procross chassis, so great all-around machine and fun to ride.
We're riding the 2015 Polaris Rush today. This is in the new Axis chassis. We're riding the Pro S version with the new 800 HL motor in it. First ride on this machine, so we really need to get it out for a full season to see what the new geometry in that rear suspension is going to do. Much closer to the competition and the what I'll call the the industry leading suspension right now, but I don't know that it's on par. We'll get a full season under, but it's close. Just by these first impressions, it's way smoother in the starter bumps versus the Pro Ride. The Pro S package actually covers, from your luxury all the way up through to what the Pro R was. It's very similar, I'll say, to Ski-Doo's X package and Arctic Cat's Snow Pro, in that it'll handle the stutter bumps fairly decently, and it's really capable on the 1 foot and especially 2 foot bumps. Yeah, you can stay seated. It soaks it up really well, and it has Walker Evans clicker shocks all around, which is a really nice feature. We're glad they didn't put the cheaper shocks on. So it gives you the opportunity with the springs to set it to your weight, and then you can fine tune with those clickers for your compression, whether you want a little less or a little more depending on the type of trails and the conditions. So that was really nice to see. The big part on the Pro S is how flat it corners. It's, in my opinion, this is the flattest cornering sled on the market. It just rails around the corners. There's not a lot of ski pressure. Very positive feeling through the handlebars. The front end, again, in my opinion, the front suspension is still the best in the industry when handling the bumps through the corners. It's very positive feeling when you're going through. You get a lot of confidence. You sit a little higher on the machine versus some of the competition, but it corners, and it's easy to get over on the machine and lean forward into the side and really use your body English, and it's a blast.